My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is April 1st, 2025. It is 11:16 a.m. There's a lot to share with you. I just want to go straight to it. I just went on Twitter and I saw this. It's not even on my list. I don't even think it's really important because I think they're trying to use that Sophie name to create their headlines because they need money. All right, so I already had a list and I'm just catching up with things that I need to share with you. Let's go on the first tweet. All right, this one, what you see on the screen that just passed, is not on the list. Okay. In one of the videos I just recorded, there was some audio. I don't know if this is new. Okay. Prince Seeiso to Prince Harry. Be still, my brother. Let that lion con artist implode. All right. So it's 1 minute and 18 seconds.
There's been a titanic clash of egos at the top. Clearly, there's been bad blood, I would suggest, for quite some time. But at the same time, if you dig around in the backstory, who's the man who delivers the press, the headlines, and the bulk of the donations? It's Prince Harry. There was a huge furore about Meghan arriving late at some polo match, and that, you know, there was an uncomfortable sort of photo op at some point, and clearly that led to rankling between her and what she calls the Sussex brand. But what she says actually doesn't quite stack up, because when Trevor Phillips, who knows, by the way, this impressive, otherwise Zimbabwean-born, MBE-awarded lawyer, when he presses her on Harry personally, she suddenly goes, "Oh no, but he's fantastic." So there's a sort of disconnect and a lack of logic to what she's saying.
I mean, we should name her. We're talking about Dr. Sophie Chandauka, and she lives in New York, which seems to be a little odd for somebody who's heading a charity in Lesotho. And I, having watched the whole of that interview this morning, I felt that it was she that was coming across as the bullying one.
For someone who is a lawyer, she does speak too much. And going making round on the media to be talking about that. We shall see. I think this audio, I have it in one of the videos I just recorded. I thought that was different. Okay, let's see some of the comments here. And Leandale is absolutely right. Prince Harry at Sussex.com has devoted himself to Sentebale's survival and his mother's memory. He is completely linked with it. I chair a tiny, I don't know what that means. Chair a tiny charity for children and performing art and will love a patron with such leverage and contacts. Okay, absolutely. We remember back during the COVID crisis when many charities were closing down, some linked directly to William and Kate. Yep, like the art things. I think I still have those screenshots somewhere. Yet Sentebale weathered the storm mainly because of Prince Harry's personal donation of $1.5 million and the charity's flagship donors, ISPS Honda USPA. Let's see here exactly. You never stop or interrupt your enemy killing themselves. No, I'm not sure what this word is. Maybe quarters, no squares, no prisoners. Yeah, just let her speak. And she's pretty much digging herself into a hole. And for someone who is a lawyer, I'm surprised she's talking that much. Normally, in something that high level, lawyers will advise their client to not speak. So I don't know why she's speaking. And then as you can see, when the very first thing you saw on the screen when I turn on the computer, on the thing, about they just want to use her to make headlines. I don't know. But let's go to the next tweet. It's sad. It's just sad all around. And then the kids are being left out. Okay, so I made reference to this on my last recording, saying that I didn't say it, but I think I wrote it on the screen. That what did I say on the thing? Africans are not supporting her, something like that. So, and I think I took a screenshot of this lady to put of what I was referring to. Alright, just so you know, the British press and royalists using Sophie Chandauka to attack and abuse Harry has not done anything for children in Africa. Prince Harry did and still doing. Peace. I feel sorry for all the people who need this charity and whose life has been transformed. Okay, that is true. Alright, so let's, oh, it's pretty long. This is a minute, oh no, 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Screenshot, okay?
So here's a message to the African woman who has allowed herself to become the mouthpiece for racist. She has allowed herself to become used in order to attack Prince Harry. And we all know the reason that Prince Harry gets attacked all the time is because he married a black woman. Prince Harry really has done nothing wrong. Okay, so here's the thing. They don't actually care about Africans.
That's right.
They don't care about you. They're only using you because you're helping them in attacking Prince Harry. The thing is, they never actually interview anybody whose lives have been improved by the work of Prince Harry in Africa. Now, you are doing the media rounds, and they're very excited because they have found another angle to attack Prince Harry. And yet, when he started the charity, and you were very happy to work with the charity all along, is because he was genuinely trying to help Africans. These people who attack Prince Harry had done nothing to help Africans. Prince Harry did this with the intention of helping the people who were disadvantaged and whatever. And yes, of course, he comes from the royal family, and the royal family has benefited from, you know, slavery and all of that stuff. But this African woman has allowed herself to become the mouthpiece to attack him. And the reason he's so disliked is because he actually married a black woman. You cannot see the irony of this whole thing. All you're thinking about is yourself. I've seen, like, she has done the media rounds, all there's accusing him of bullying her and all of that stuff. For all the time she has benefited from being in his charity. Now, I will say, right now, you think you're in demand. For as long as you're being used
That's right.
to attack him, and then they will drop you.
Yep.
So hard. If it had not been for Prince Harry, you would not have found this fame. And so you're using fame to defame him for your own gain.
It's very sad.
You are being used, mate. And you're doing all of this. You're doing all of this for what? It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Very sad. And then the thing is that after she's, let's say when everything is said and done, the base that would have support her. Let's say if she was doing something right or something like that, and then the royal family, you know, as typical, discard her in a way where they don't no longer need her service, where the black community will somewhat be the cushion for her to support her. It will not be there. It will not be there. I don't know. I guess she knows what she's doing. She's an educator, according to her. Okay, so there's more. Sophie Chandauka appoints new trustees within 24 hours who investigates them and who agreed or approved them with her. How long has she been planning to take over the charity? Okay, so there's those hashtag. Okay, let's go into it so it could be bigger. Let's pause it again. Oh, pause. What was it? How long has she been planning to take over the charity? She tagged somebody, Elizabeth. Thanks for this insight. Thought, free Sentebale. All those hashtags. Oh, okay. So that's when Harry, I believe that was around September, when it was with the Queen of, is it Lesotho or Botswana? One of those. Okay? That's because they trust Harry. it's very sad what this woman has done. The thing that Harry's doing, the royal family don't like it, because what they're trying to do is put Africa on its knees again. And there's Harry there, has been lifting them up. My God, every time you think about it, it's wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna play this, and then I'm also gonna play this. I already have that in a video last year, okay? But for the sake, since it's here, I'll play it again. But first, let's listen to her.
A 24-hour trustee search doesn't add up. So let's talk about it. Getting new trustees for a charity, it's a process that takes time, planning, interviews, background checks, all of it. Somehow, the chairperson of Sentebale managed to appoint new trustees within just 24 hours. How did that happen? Isn't there usually a lot of vetting involved? So why the rush? Why the sudden decision? And don't forget, one of the new trustees is Ian Rawlinson, who has been very closely linked to Prince William. Is it a coincidence, or is it a strategic move to tighten control?
A couple of things that crossed my mind. One, they know they come to destroy. Once everything get close to the, they pinpoint the trustees and things like that, the damage have already been done. Whether or not they want access to their system, that's probably already been done. And the other thing as well, many, it seems like the people of, the team of William, when they think of something, sometimes when you think something and it sounds so great in your head, until you utter it out loud, you realize how stupid it is. I don't think they thought everything through. Or maybe, then again, like I've always said, when you destroy something, there's no care. So all they needed, maybe just one day, to have access to the system to do all sort of things that they need to do. Or perhaps, maybe, that's another thing. Throughout her tenure as the, her trustee, what's her position now that she doesn't want to leave? That position. Maybe she's been giving information from their system to go. It's so messed up. It is very sad every time you think about this kind of things. This is a huge, huge backstabbing thing that this woman has done to the charity. But I'm sorry, let's continue.
Something feels off to me about this quick decision. So who's working behind the scenes? What's going on? Yeah, I feel that move in itself is suspicious enough for the Charity Commission to look into. And again, I say to people, don't follow the words that people are saying up and down. Always, always follow the money and follow certain strategic decisions. And this decision in itself to appoint new trustees within 24 hours actually strengthens Prince Harry and Prince Seiso's case.
That's right.
Against this lady, because it's another example of making unilateral decisions on the hoof, just like that.
Yeah,
anyway,
she's right.
My name's Elizabeth. I'm the author of The Luxpreneur, and I'd love you to like and follow for more as I build a community of business-minded and luxury-minded people.
Okay, if I was on TikTok, I would follow her. That's, I think, that's the third TikTok videos I come across the squad have shared. Okay, so this is the thing here. Let me go into it so it could be bigger. It was not at the UN. It was around the time where all the dignitaries worldwide were coming to New York and things like that. And it was also around the same time of Travelists, okay, in New York. that this took place. I've covered it. It's in one of my videos on PYTA. Oh my God, there's more. Oh Lord. I didn't expect this to be long. Okay. Prince Harry did all this for years only for, pointing down here, Sophie Chandauka allowed herself to be used by the British press and royalists to destroy the charity. I'm yet to see one of this evil media to say Harry is not good at his foundation or he doesn't know how to get the job done. Free Sentebale. Alright, 2 minutes.
Thank you. Your Majesty, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and friends, do you know my name? Do you know that? I would like to start by extending my deepest gratitude to their Majesties for their continued friendship. The Lesotho royal family, as well as Lesotho itself, has been a pillar of strength for me over the last 20 years, welcoming me with open arms and such kindness. The beautiful mountain kingdom feels like a home away from home. That friendship has only grown stronger as we work together to tackle some of the most pressing challenges facing the Lesotho people and the wider world. It all began 2 decades ago, when my dear friend Prince Seeiso first gave me a tour of your special country. I was struck by the strength and courage of your people amidst the immense challenges they faced, and particularly the children. Because of that experience, the people I met and what I was exposed to, 2 years later we created Sentebale, which means forget-me-not in Sesotho. The charity was founded in honor of our mothers and symbolizes our pledge to always remember and advocate for the most vulnerable among us. Our mission at Sentebale is simple, yet incredibly important. To help vulnerable children and young people across Lesotho and Botswana to access vital health services, receive care and support, and develop the life skills necessary to thrive. By focusing on the youth, we are breaking generational cycles of trauma and of outdated beliefs.
Okay, so that's that, and there's more. Okay, oh my God. Pause it. Oh my God, I didn't know it was that long. Okay. Please watch this video from Elizabeth Arthur. Okay, this lady here, let's pause it, about Free Sentebale was doing until Sophie Chandauka become chair and how much of the donors are still supporting Invictus Game, but not her, yet she blamed everyone and allowed herself to be used by the British media to destroy the charity Harry works very hard for. Okay? Whew.
Of the Luxpreneur, and I'm going to present some of the figures that I found online. 2019, Sentebale raised 3.93 million and they spent 1.4 million fundraising. 2020, they raised 2.39 million and spent 334,000 fundraising. 2021, they raised 3.13 million and they spent £500,000 fundraising. 2022, they raised 4.45 million and spent £800,000 fundraising. 2023, which is post the current chairperson's era, they have raised less than 600,000 in total.
Wow.
Coincidence? I don't know, but I do know that apparently there has been a £500,000 spend on consultants in deciding the new fundraising strategy, which has been an epic fail because no fundraising money or no major donors were actually attracted to the charity. And the one major donor that they did have for years on end, the one who actually used to sponsor the polo matches, they declined to do so this year. But they did sponsor Prince Harry's Invictus Games. So again, one of the reasons apparently or allegedly why this chairperson was asked to leave by all the trustees was because they were unable to attract major donors despite saying they would do so. So again, drop your thoughts in the comment because this is an unfolding situation. And I would just love to know your thoughts. But I'm Elizabeth. I'm the author of the...
Let's get to the next one.
The Sentebale plot twist that I feel many people are not talking about. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the author of The Luxpreneur, and I used to be a headhunter who has recruited to major charities, and I've recruited to chair positions. So let's get into it. You can't make this up. Not only does the chairperson of Sentebale refuse to step down after all the trustees resign, after the CEO resigns, and after the two founders resign. But this is the thing, within 24 hours, new trustees magically appear. And not only that, one name stands out. Ian Rawlinson, a known ally of Prince William. So wasn't Sentebale founded by Prince Harry to support vulnerable children? How did it suddenly get infiltrated by the other brothers' inner circle? Plot twist. So let's get the situation straight.
I'm not sure if it's the same video as the one I've already played, but for the sake of this video, let's play it. I could always cut it out later.
We have a charity in financial ruin under a particular chairperson. We have all the original leadership gone. We have a major donor lost after 10 years of working with this charity, and suddenly the other brother's guy suddenly appears in charge. Is it a coincidence or is it a calculated takeover? All I know is something very shady is going on, and I'm going to continue watching the numbers. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the author of The Luxpreneur.
It's slightly... Oops. It's slightly different. Okay, so there's this one. Oh my God. Okay. Let's hope there's no more videos. Alright, so I think that would be it after that. So you looked at the finances, saw they were losing money, but then two lost more while auditing. Of course, Leon Vassenson is gonna agree that their money was running low because Harry left royal family. He's clearly a royalist, and they are trying to say the sponsors didn't like that he left. Alright, 3 minutes, and they're talking as if those people, the sponsors, are not there. They have their reason. They could always come in and speak and defend themselves. But you don't want to put those sponsors in a position like that, because it's just inconvenience to them. They just want to support you and move on with their own personal business. But then again, I have to go back to my original thing. When these people want to destroy, they don't care. They came to destroy Sentebale. Sentebale is doing good work, at least was doing good work, was helping the children. It says that it was there to help the children with HIV/AIDS, and it was doing exactly that. Unlike the royal family, I've said in past videos where I thought they're receiving millions of dollars from the public so they could help build I don't know, charities and things like that. But when you look deeper, it's just a facade. Alright, so another thing this could be as well, the father probably wants to be the last king. Maybe, I don't know. And then William, I don't know, he's ruining his kingship. Let's listen. 3 minutes and 17 seconds.
Business in this way, in an open forum. But here we are, and I'll do my best to be frank in my disclosure. So when I arrived in July in 2023, of course, the first thing you do is you open the annual report, you look at the board minutes to see what it is going on in the organization. When you look at the I did a 7-year historical review of the financials, looking at our costs and looking at our revenues, so income. It was pretty obvious to me that we had lost quite a number of corporate sponsors, we'd lost some families, and we'd lost individuals who were donating to the organization. And there was quite a significant correlation between the time the organization started to see a departure.
I'm listening to her here. This is inside information of the charity. And she's going on national television and just blur it out like that? Is she really a lawyer? I mean, I'm not saying that this should be private or anything like that, but this is someone who was at the top taking care of the charity and going on national television and just saying everything. Oh my God. I'm not a lawyer, but this, I don't know.
Of sort of major organizations and Prince Harry's departure from the UK itself.
What?
When you look at the board minutes, though, there is no discussion about what's happening with respect to some of our most significant funders. And then when you discuss with the senior executive team and ask why there isn't a conversation about this, the answer is it's really difficult to have this conversation because the instruction was it's an uncomfortable conversation to have with Prince Harry in the room.
So the central point here is when you look at the risk register of the charity and funding, number one risk is that's Duke of Sussex.
Wow.
Is that your opinion, or?
It is. It is.
Ian, is that what you saw?
Yes, I mean, I think there's something underlying that as well, which is quite interesting. So if you look at how boards of trustees should work, where the public gets their comfort from is that they live in a rules-based governance framework, which in this case is regulated by the Charity Commission.
I'm wondering if the people in the UK don't ask the royal family's question about, let's say, what's some of the charities, the King Trust or something like that, or whatever William's taking care of, what's his title, Wells and all those charities. Why don't they ask those questions? Why are they dissecting Harry's work when it has nothing to do with the UK, with the exception it is registered over there because he was living over there? Harry gonna have to move everything out of the UK. This will never stop. My God.
And you're expecting the board to act independently to support the charitable objects and support the interests of the organisation as a whole. If you get some trustees or part of the board which is serving an external party, that can create a number of difficulties and it can create dysfunctionality. Because if they are serving the external party over and above the interests of the charity as a whole, you can get into a muddle.
To be absolutely clear here, you're saying, Sophie, number one, that what you discovered was essentially donors were walking because of the prince's reputation.
Yes.
Let me put to you what some of the members of the board had said about essentially these allegations. Sky News spoke to Dr. Kelele Leratoli early on this week, and she said, I've been in all the meetings, the conduct of the board has been one of respect for each other. All of this came as a shock to me. What exactly is the difference then?
Okay, I'll give my...
Dr. Leratoli doesn't recognise the picture Dr. Leratoli doesn't recognise the picture you're painting.
Yeah, so I'll answer that question in two parts, and Ian, it would be good to get your perspective as well.
Oh my God. Alright, so there's that. Apparently, she looked at the financial report and said that over the last 7 years, quote, we've lost some families and some sponsors, end quote, and this all happened when Harry left the royal family. So she's blaming Harry. Right, so you look at the finances. So they were losing money, but did more to lose $600,000 more while auditing. Of course, Liam Renson is going to agree that their money was running low because Harry left the royal family. He's clearly a royalist. and they're trying to say the sponsors didn't. Then like he left. It's because of COVID at that time. Exactly, LOL. None of this add up. In 2020, when Harry left, there was COVID. All charities got less donation, but Sentebale did well, even with COVID. What this is about is the royal family and UK media will make Harry suffer for leaving the UK cult and will take everything away from him, but they will fail. Yeah. Okay, watch her body language. She's lying out of her teeth, and she knows it. Yeah, this woman is dangerous. She needs her better still. Right, arrest her. Somebody should ask her why the account's due date was put back, been on time every other year. Right, after the, okay, look like I read everything. I'm gonna read everything. Prince Harry left as a working royal, but still a member of the royal family. Sophie Chandauka stated that Prince Harry was ruining the charity with the Sussex's brand. My God, she needs to explain why have a consultant fund raised for £600,000 when Netflix was doing a documentary about polo, more money? There's a question here. Sophie Sandra, voluntary position. Dirty lying, there's the word here. Or someone tell this woman to shut up. COVID devastated lots of charities from 2020 to 2022. She was appointed in 2023, so how has the charity's fundraising fared since her appointment? Why is Trevor Phillip interviewing the man Sophie appointed to the board after a few days ago? Her confirmation bias and delusion of grandeur are behind her downfall. She onboarded with the preconceived idea that Prince Harry leaving the UK will cause Sentebale's demise, and she was the one who could save the organization by trying to oust Harry. I just can't wait until the downfall. That's all. Huge baggage. Let me pause for a second. I just saw, I have another screen on, and I saw Meredith tweet. So let me see here. Home, and actually I just saved it. It's probably here. That. Let's see what Meredith have to say. And by the way, oh, that's a long thread. She has, I believe she has a YouTube channel. Let me put that on the list. Okay, there's gonna be different parts. Yesterday, oh my God, if you guys saw what I posted on my community board, they shut the water. Oh my Lord. Anyway, let's get back to this. So I saw this while I was listening to the lady on my other screen. Okay, observation. Sophie used charged language that was obviously picked up by the media and run with because it's Prince Harry. But it doesn't seem like it's hitting like the Meghan bullying claim did. P.S. We've never seen any report from that claim. In fact, there have been some pretty anti-Sophie articles and tweets from outlets you typically see on the other side of Harry and Meghan debate. But I think that has more to do with a larger cultural war that Harry happens to fall on the safe side in their eyes. On example, the wokery piece from the Telegraph. Actually, that's what I was gonna share later, but I'm inserting Meredith ones first before that. The next one, I'll look at the Telegraph. I'll leave the link. I don't think I'm gonna read the article. Okay, right now I'm seeing a lot of articles to muddy the waters. Make no mistake, PR is happening on both sides, which isn't a negative thing. Sophie going on Sky News to tell her side and the People magazine piece with Harry's side. I don't know enough about her charity or NGO's work. I'm on the same page here. But here's two big things I'm stuck on. One, this $600,000 expenditure she's accused of on consultant without board approval. Two, the document she claimed to have in the Sky News interview with proof of misbehavior. Eta, not a negative as in people seem to forget that the PR is public relation, and if you're a public figure, you are trying to manage public relation and perception, and that almost always include media. I don't know. Nope, I'm not having it. Sophie knew what she was doing as a person of color, trying to bring Meghan into it and also shade Serena in the process was disgusting when all Meghan suggested, like the woman did, if Sophie wanted to be center as chair, it makes sense. Okay, in the video, you can hear Meghan was just being inclusive, suggesting if Sophie Chandauka take the more central spot, middle, You can see the open space, what's more central next to Meghan or between the man and Prince Harry. This talking point will be part of my Insta post. There's all of that. My God. Are you saying this because of what the media reporter or because of what Sophie said on TV? Alright, let me leave that alone. It's just... I really don't know. Alright, so this is the Telegraph tweet that I have. Next one. If you guys want me to go back to that thread, let me know. Please put the timestamp. If there's no timestamp, you could forget about it. I'm not even gonna look. Okay, the Duke of Sussex allegedly sent an unpleasant and imperious message to the head of African charity he founded after she refused to issue a statement defending his wife, the Telegraph can reveal. Prince Harry said, I really doubt that. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Anybody got an archive link of this? Okay, it's a paywall. Alright, there's that. Another thing. Okay, I'm not gonna share it if it's a paywall. You could look at the headline. You could read it. I think she's doing that because the paper need headlines to talk about, and she's doing it for them. Oh my God. Another thing that needs to be clarified, Sophie Chandauka does not have a PhD, not even a master's degree. Have seen some refer to her as doctor by mistake. She has an honorary doctorate from Coventry University. Alright, seems very little royal about the royal family. Was Big Serena her bodyguard that day? Why even bring Serena? So Serena comes to Meghan's aid, sister to sister, to denigrate another black woman, a very intelligent and accomplished one at that. Okay, the letter and all will be disclosed during the trial. Can hardly wait to read all the evidences. Okay, the Polo Award ceremony was viewed around the world. Meghan was horrifically... Nah, she was not. Nah, she was not. I mean, you look at pictures of the other one, the other brother. When he's receiving an award, the wife is handing it to him. He doesn't even stay a moment to kiss the wife. Please, the woman, Meghan is telling the woman to go in the center. Very nicely, but she wants to clutch on to Harry. What about the other players? Alright, so I'm not even gonna... There's 11 comment under that. Let's see here. Okay, I saw the video and none of what you say is true. Alright, this is just not true. Alright, so let's go back. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. They just want something to talk about, to write their papers, because the others are not giving them anything. And the other thing as well, when the Murdoch group, we find out, due to court document, when Harry was trying to get his security, is that the other brother already took a hush money from the papers to not sue them regarding the phone hacking. One of the things I say as a humble opinion, and I still believe that probably happened. They probably give William another extra few, I don't know how much, to prevent Harry from suing. He probably gave them that huge, okay, he will do that, but that didn't happen. He can't control Harry from suing. So for them, I feel like the other brother or the papers because Harry sued them and he won. Okay, well, it didn't go all the way through. It went far enough where they had to apologize to him, to his mother and everything like that. So now people are not, they have nothing to write about. I haven't been following them. And plus, let's not forget, this is a chain of group of people. They're trying to take control of the world. As crazy as this may sound, as I said, but they are. It's a group of people. There are a lot of unnecessary sabotage that's going around the world where they want to control Africa. They're trying different things. And Africa, some countries in Africa are throwing out the European. Okay, because now they're having control of their own destiny. So they don't want to talk about that. There's one video that I came across. Is it Dutch? One of the European countries are sending their troops in Africa. Okay, so there's a lot of things that's going on. So they want to, how would you say that? The squirrel kind of thing.
You desired squirrel.
to distract, that's the word, to distract the vast, because if everybody know exactly what's going on, they won't be able to do the things that they want to do. The key thing here is to take control of the world. Every part of the world, they want to control it. They started little at a time, quietly. So now they want something to distract the people. So this is an investment for them. By having that woman to backstab Harry like that, the charity. And then you see, this is what we're all talking about, including myself. But there are a lot of things that's going on in Africa in particular. They want to go back. You remember what Trump said? MAGA, make America great again. So they want to go back. But those European countries, they want to stay flourish and advance, but they want to go back to Africa to continue where they left off. And then this is a distraction for them to distract the vast. This thing is not going to go well for that woman. Karma's going to get her. Okay, did you have a crush on Harry or something? It is much bigger than that. Okay, it is much bigger than that, what we are seeing. Why? Because she is behaving like a jealous woman who then get attention from the man she wanted and ready to destroy him for it.
The people I feel most sorry about are the trolls who their hopes are just built and built and built, and it's like yes, 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 and then it doesn't happen.
And the other thing as well, and Harry knows these type of people. He cannot be in the same room with any women that he's working with, because they could say anything. Even if Harry can defend himself, once they go and run their mouth, it's over. Alright, not true. What do you think? This is freaking ridiculous. She was his work wife, wanted to be the wife. Meghan told her, "Hose over here." The squad have to throw shade. I will bet money on it. She was thirsty as F for him. And Harry was not. Maybe this is why every time he goes on national television, he's letting people know, you can't have it. You can't have him. Look at this. This is freaking embarrassing. Alright, so look at picture of her. Well, what do you think? Her hand all over him. My God. More like wanting to leverage her proximity to a very well-known person to lead a bigger, more lucrative things. Okay, the moment she said in that interview and said his wife wasn't supposed to be there and her showing up unplanned was a problem is when I knew. Alright, I will bet my last dollar that William was involved in this treachery. We stand with good King Harry. Well, he's just, things will come out. Things will come out. God is good, and we need to keep on praying to protect Harry and his little family. So there's more here. Look like her hand around the waist of Harry, but Harry was not even holding her. This woman was set up to destroy the marriage of Harry and Meghan, allegedly. Alright, you guys get distracted by silly things, focus on the money. She misappropriate instead of this tabloid take. Willie is involved and is attempting a hostile takeover, and you're talking about hugs. A lot of money was spent frivolously. Okay, we don't care about the money. She misappropriate, but we care about Harry and Meghan's marriage. But those two are our protagonists. All of these are important. Okay, all of these are important. This is why I showed that other video of that lady on TikTok. Okay, she's looking into, if I was on TikTok, I would definitely follow her. When people have knowledge of things, these are people I would want to follow. But you know, people have different leverages. There's people who's stronger into the finance. There's people who's more into, this is why the squad is very diverse. All right, there's some who like to be petty as F. Even when Meghan's friend is saying don't do this, don't, well, I'll not say Meghan's friend, whatever, like this tweet I just read, you should focus on that. Okay, instead of telling the squad focus on that, you focus on it, because if this is what you want to look at, look into it. And then other squad who's good at something else, they will look at whatever it is. All right, so it's good to, because those people, they have people in every corners to, that's why I call bases. They have people, the royal family, they have people in every basis to cover for them. So this is the same thing. You have squad with different level of education, who have different interests. They're more inclined to talk about, let's say, bicycle or architecture or silly stuff. So let the squad be. Anybody who's good at something, let them be, as long as in good faith and they're talking facts. Okay, I took a closer look at Sophie Chandauka and her pictures with Harry. She tucks up in his armpit with her arm around his waist in one picture, and the other, her hand is up his back. She also objected to Harry putting his arm around Meghan. There is something else at play here. Oh wow, that's pretty. There a while back I spoke about Keanu Reeves. When he's taking pictures with Finn, he will put his hand around the women, but you could see the space. I think I still have some of those pictures. He will leave like a space between his hand and the person he's taking picture with. He never really touched them, but he make the gesture as if, you know, there's that hug kind of thing, just for the picture purposes. But you could see clearly here, her hand is holding Harry's waist. Oh, this is why I'm like, I don't want to be them, because it's like every corners that they turn, Harry and Meghan, they have to watch their backs. Look at it. Her hand is distant required for her to touch Harry at all. The same way she has, what, the left hand here, she could have put the other one in front of her. You see how the guys standing put both of their hands in front of them? That's what she should have done. My God, I really feel sorry for Harry. I really do. My God. And I think Harry's doing exactly that. Okay, just, you know, around it and not really touching her that close up. But it's that hand that's sort of around Harry. Okay, you may have a point. Okay, I'm not saying that. She definitely has a thing for Harry, but she is obviously territorial. I mean, these people think they could take Harry away from Meghan. I really don't like to talk about women action around men, just in case it's innocent interaction, but you can tell me that Harry wasn't pulling Keanu. Oh, someone knew about that. Keanu Reeves moves on her that day, and there's that. What is that? And wasn't trying to touch Harry as much as possible, is just suspect. Okay, I am not saying that her actions were improper, but she seems to be a possessive person who is accustomed to imposing her will on others. Let's leave that alone. Next tweet. I really feel sorry for Harry, because Harry's trying to move on with his life, focusing on work, but these people, each time he's trying to move forward, they want to pull him back.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option. What I want to make clear is we're not walking away, and we certainly aren't walking away from you. Our hope was to continue serving the Queen, the Commonwealth, and my military associations, but without public funding. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible. I've accepted this, knowing that it doesn't change who I am or how committed I am. But I hope that helps you understand what it had come to, that I would step my family back from all I have ever known, to take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life.
Do you see how far society would have been? How far? Far in terms of intellectual, in terms of economic, in terms of, how do you call this? Science, technology, agriculture, you name it. Medicine, all sort of things. But due to petty, stupid things, and prevent people from moving forward. That's sad. Alright, so there's this one. This is taken from Sarah Eason's Instagram during the polo event. Two of the women in this photo are now allegedly on the Sentebale board. Why were they on stage with the trophy? Sarah Eason is third from the right. Is that Margaret Ickpaw and the brown trouser? Okay, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You could pause and read. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I really think this is a lesson for Harry to be very extra careful. But you can't read people's mind. You can't read people's mind to know exactly what they truly all about. It's very sad. It's very sad. Okay. Also, he sent Instagram. Why was it called Royal Salute? So the stage was enough to accommodate her friend, but not Meghan. Isen is fourth from the right. I don't know. I really don't know. There's a video here. Let's see here. Alright, before this is all over, it's going to come out that she was stealing money either directly or through family member. Let's pause this. Or through family members she was paying as consultant. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. She is a fraud. Listen to her and this video clip. The squad are coming with receipt. Let's see here. Pause it again. Okay, this video clip is an interview of Sophie talking about being excited about Netflix at the Polo event last year. Really? This woman is dangerous and deranged. She is unprofessional. Credit Koyot Bento. Okay, 27 seconds.
Even had a chance to celebrate the wedding in Africa. We haven't had an opportunity to meet the kids, and so a lot of us are really looking forward to the opportunity to do so when the time comes.
We have Netflix here filming the match. How exciting is that for the charity?
It's a great platform and profile. The Netflix brand is globally recognized, and any opportunity to tell the story of Sentebale in the context of a global brand such as Netflix is obviously exciting for us. We have had a chance.
The squad don't play. They dug this out. They find it. I can't believe this. So she tagged the person. Sophie is a dangerous fraud. There's all of that. Okay, here's what Dr. Sophie Chandauka said about Harry and Meghan. No matter the hate and spin from the British media, Harry and Meghan are loved and respected. Quote, Prince Harry feels safe and secure in Africa and has been associated with it since childhood, she said. It continued, he has love, trust, and passion for Africa. He is energetic and hardworking. That's for sure. Prince Harry feels safe and secure in Africa, okay. He has love, trust, and passion for Africa. He is energetic and hardworking, as well as being blessed with a wife like Meghan, who makes it possible for him to do this. Chandauka adds, he is a principal and really cares. For this reason, I want to continue to support him. So it was her who said that. Wow. Listen to what she says about them. I am assumed that Harry and Meghan then discuss their plan with that woman. Okay, sheesh. You guys don't play. I remember that video, but I completely forgot about it. Sophie, you will never see peace. Okay, she came for Meghan and Prince Seeiso, I guess, was SW with lies. Okay, but I thought she said Netflix was a last minute thing. Maybe she was just saving face then, but it doesn't look good in her favor now. Okay, I knew someone in the squad will find evidence of Sophie Chandauka. I know. Anyone with half a brain knows that that is why Harry and Meghan involved Netflix to raise its profile, raise more awareness. Sophie knew this was the reason all along, but she's evil. And then let's not forget, first of all, these are Harry's thing, okay? And then they have contract with Netflix. And remember, the royal family was alleged, contacted, I have a video about it, contacted Netflix to not air Meghan's work. So when that then happened, so they were creating a foundation for when there's another issue. If, let's say, plan 1 did not work, let's say the visa thing and the US didn't work, so they have another plan. Everything that they do is calculated, the royal family, and they let it simmer and let it quiet. When plan 1 did not work, they go after the next one they established a couple years ago and bring it back up again to create a distraction. This one is taking a hit because it affects the charities and the kids are suffering, and it's not gonna end well for that woman. And then there's gonna be some names people are not gonna like. I don't think they're gonna take this easily. All right, so let's go back. I was going to go to the next tweet. So there's that. There's the squad here. Let's pause this. Okay, I'm starting to think the Prince William connection is a red herring, and she got caught refusing to resign and thought whipping up the UK press into another Sussex frenzy will somehow fix it. It's not gonna work. Okay, all the thing that they put Meghan through while she was over there, almost kill herself, that was a learning experience. People, and thanks to the squad were not having it. A lot of the squad exposed the tactic. People are not buying it, and these people, the royal family, they do not know how to stop because they do not know any other way, okay, of doing their thing. Maybe it's a good thing in a way. If they could just stop, that would be excellent, but they do not know how to evolve. Let's hope they keep on using their Stone Age tactic, and people will call them out the second they thought about it. And don't let it flourish. Not a doubt in my mind. Grift, okay. I'm afraid you are correct. Okay. Her brother was a consultant to Sentebale. What? Even that too? Her former colleague and chief business officer of her biotech company was also a Sentebale consultant. Ian Wallinson, a new trustee, was a consultant to Sentebale. She wanted you to be paid $300,000. Okay, let's pause that. Sarah E. was appointed CBO for Sophie's business in April 2023. From August 2023, she was appointed consultant at Sentebale. She retained this role until November 2024, all while still working for Sophie's company. They came to take the money, in my humble opinion. As I said before, when someone worked this hard to stay in a position and lashes out the way she has, it is often because they know their malfeasance will be discovered if they are removed from the position. They probably mess up all paperwork. But the thing is that there's something that was weak, a loophole in the charity that she felt like perhaps she could get away with it. For $600,000 just disappear like that, there must have been a loophole, and by the time the rest of the board find out, the money was already gone. I don't know. Whatever is here, let's move on. I think so. Yep, she's hanging on by her claws too hard. Has to be something she's trying to sweep under a rug before they find out. Embezzlement was my first thought, but the consultant thing rang true as well. Okay, it's true looking that way. The refusal to step down from the charity is a sign of desperation to hide and control the situation, but we shall see. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, where is the thing? I don't want to lose. Okay, I'm almost an hour. I can't believe this. Once I start reading these tweets, oh my God, there's a lot of reading. Let's see. Let's focus on the thing here. Oh, Sophie, where are you hiding? Come out, wherever you are. Come on now. You wanted to play with the squad. Why are you running away? Don't worry, we know why. You wanted a legacy. Here you go, darling. I wrote this for you. Enjoy. Sophie Chandauka, the corporate crown snatcher. Oh, Sophie, queen of the game, stealing legacies, chasing fame, with smile so polished, words so sweet, yet venomed. Okay, you guys could pause and read that. Okay, there's that. Let's move on. Because I'm almost an hour. The rest is about Virginia Godfrey and things like that. I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. So that's it. Let's do a prayer. Oops, I closed that. Prayer. Okay, restoration of charity. Let's see here. A prayer for the restoration of charity can be. All right. Let's look for image. Let's do this one. A prayer for oh my God, very small. Okay, a prayer for restoration. Please lift up the families of free body, mind, and spirit. Hold them close and fill them with joy, hope, and love. Allow them to grow and heal while finding peace and restoration through your grace. Protect them and cover them with our prayers. May they elevate their relationship and family bond. In your name we pray. All right, I can't believe I was able to read it because it's very small. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. So I'm making this public right now at 12:17. Alright, so that is it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.